Well, you know, I've been out of the game for so long. You know, I think a little bit of entertainment in journalism, it's nice to spice things up every now and then, right? It's fun to show that little puff piece of a little kitten hanging, you know, water skiing with a squirrel on its back. That having been said, I think what this school stands for is real journalistic principles and the constant defense of the Fourth Estate. Without that, there is no democracy.
Ron?
Yes?
What?
Where
Right
are
here.
you?
Ron, what news?
Who are you?
Right,
Is that you, Dad?
right here. No, it's not your dad.
Oh,
Sorry.
you look a little bit like him.
Thank you. What are your main news sources, and what do you make of the fact that most young people say they get their news from Comedy Central?
Well, I don't know what Comedy Central is, to begin with. My main news source, of course, I still read the paper, and I get a lot of news from carrier pigeons.
Nasty names in the last documentary about your exploits in the broadcasting world. Do you promise to be more generous to women now that we've moved into the next few decades?
Well, first of all, I appreciate your fake accent. You gotta have a hook nowadays, and that's a good one. You've practiced. Look, I think what the first documentary of my life captured was that I was wrong. My attitude towards women was absolutely based on ignorance, and I've learned from my ways, and women obviously are on the same level playing field as men when it comes to the newsroom. Was that a small child that snuck in here? That having been said, and this is not being chauvinistic, women are better in the kitchen than men. They just are, yes.
And Ron, I just wanted to get a little closer to you. I'm Jackie Bruno. I'm the weekend evening anchor at NECN, and my question is, will you sign my T-shirt, please?
If you'll make a $100,000 contribution to the Ron Burgundy School of Communication.
I'm rich and famous like you one day and a network news anchor.
I guess
Maybe.
I have no choice. I'm signing a T-shirt.
And how do I become a great anchor woman like you're a great anchor man?
Well, you're already hogging the stage. You're doing a really good job. There you go.
Thank you. I'm a big fan.
Maybe wear a shorter skirt.
Okay.
Ron,
What? I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Ron, Scott Malone from Reuters News.
Yes,
How good
Scott.
a job does the media do of covering dignified world leaders like Toronto Mayor Rob Ford?
What was the first part of the question? What job?
How good a job does the media today do of covering dignified world leaders like Rob Ford?
You know what? I don't think there's enough Rob Ford coverage. I barely see any stories on the guy. I feel sorry for him. Doesn't feel like he's getting enough attention. I don't know exactly what he did to get all this attention, but no, I think it's lacking.
Ron? Jay from WPRO in Providence. Should people believe everything they hear on the news?
I think they should believe 71%. 29% they should watch with a leery eye. But 71%, take it to the bank.
My name's Andrea Shea. I work at the public radio station WVUR here.
Okay, public radio. Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
I actually have a question for either Mr. Pelton or Mr. Glenn, just about how
Please.
some people are not very happy about the idea of the school poking fun at journalism with this. And so I'm just wondering how you've been responding to that. Thank you.
That's below the belt.
Now, that's a journalistic question. I'll just say this is a transcendent moment for the School of Communication.
My name's Jen. I'm a student journalist here at Emerson College. I work for WECB News Radio. And my question for you, as the new dean of the School of Communication, what can you recommend our student journalists to strive as reporters out in the field once we graduate?
Well, of course you have to report the facts. Unless it's too hard to find the facts, then just make something up. You know, it really is about hygiene. Make sure you condition your hair at least 3 times a week. Use a rinse. Use a leave-in conditioner if you can. I think it's time for the gals and the men to start wearing perfumes and colognes. And don't be afraid to be stylish in front of the camera. All of those things.
Ron, Gene Levanchi from Fox 25 here in Boston. Emerson College, class of 86, I might add.
All right.
Yes. And for those of you who are uptight about this from a journalistic point of view, let me quote another movie when I say, lighten up, Francis. Kids, look that up if you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But Ron, you started anchoring... Yes.
Apocalypse Now. Great
Cannot
movie.
get anything by you.
Yes.
With that in mind, for a guy who started anchoring in San Diego in the 1970s, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
What is the secret?
Well, you know, I pamper myself. I do a lot of yoga. I read The Secret. I drink very expensive, finely made cognacs and brandies and scotch, and a little bit of HGH. Just
over here, Anthony Chase and Maggie Morlath. We're the hosts of Good Morning Emerson, and Maggie has a very important question for you.
okay, great.
So Anthony and I don't always get along. He's never called me a dirty pirate hooker.
Oh.
But we wanted to know if you have any advice for how a male anchor and a female anchor can get together and...
On a professional level.
Strictly professional?
Most of the time.
Okay.
98% of the time.
Is there something we need to know about here? What's going on? Well, you know, it's a little bit like a marriage, if you will. You have to there's a give and take there. You have to listen to each other's ideas and thoughts, and yet, at the end of the day, if there is a real juicy story, you simply have to have a fist fight to figure out who's going to report it.
Thank you, Mr. Burgundy.
The young lady would kick your butt.
Probably.